And I just want to say, I actually tried to do a short version of this message on Monday. I recorded this twice, and both times it did not save to my phone so I could upload it. I don't know what was going on. I'm like, I guess I'm not supposed to give this message out today. And so I was like, you know what, I'm going to do a live just so that I can also talk to you guys in the live chat, because this is a big message that I've been receiving. It's been coming in parts. Some of it's been coming in because I'm starting to realize a pattern, especially with my work with you guys, client wise. There's a lot of similar patterns happening right now. I'm seeing it in my own life. I'm seeing it in my friend's life. So I've been kind of tuning into what's going on, and I've gotten some very interesting messages to share with you. And then I was also given a way to help you guys if you so choose to. And you can do this on your own, or if you need guidance, you can work with me. So there is some really intense energy happening right now, and it feels like it's been happening all month, but it's getting more and more intense. And I kind of tuned into a timeline of like, okay, when is this going to subside, what's going on? And I didn't get it. It's going to subside anytime soon. In fact, it's only going to get more intense as we get into the Uranus North Node and Mars conjunction, but also going into the Lionsgate portal, which is also opening up at the end of the month and peaking on August 8th. It closes on August 12th. And that's where I saw the energy starting to dip a little bit. Like that's when it's going to start to calm down. So as I was kind of tuning in to find out like what exactly is happening right now, like what's going on, because this is what I've been noticing with myself. And then of course, what's been coming up in sessions with you guys is that there is an intensity within the emotions being felt. It feels like you don't know if you're coming or you're going. In one breath, literally one breath, you could be like high on life. Everything's going great. And then in the next breath, it just feels like, what the hell just happened? The rug just got ripped out from underneath you. And I've been feeling like this crazy, like almost, and I mean, the extreme of the emotions is, I want to say it is extreme. So you can have these moments where like you feel super tired, you just don't have the motivation, you feel like, I don't want to do this anymore, like whatever you might be like trying to push yourself to do or achieve, you're like, I'm over it. And then like in a matter of literally, it could be moments, hours, it shifts and you're having like this incredible day. Or like you get inspiration or like bursts of insight come through. And so I said, like, I'm kind of tuning in to like my higher self, my guides, and trying to figure out like what is going on right now. And so what I've kind of was shown is two things is what I got. One, there's a bottleneck of energy happening right now because there's a bottleneck and there's a time warp happening. So the one thing that I've been saying all year is 2022 is a huge year of opportunity for those who are ready to take it. And I keep saying that, and I will continue to say it because we're just into the second half of the year right now. And I keep getting more and more confirmations proving that to be so. And but I want to say though that this big year of opportunity has to be met with the action to seize it. So it's not just going to happen for you. You've got to be a willing participant in the energies and play that role. So when it comes to the bottleneck, it feels like what I got from my own guidance was that everyone's getting pushed. It's almost like pushed through a bottleneck. Everyone's trying to get through this neck of energy. And what's happening is it's like a rushing energy because there is literally no time to spare in many ways, because there cannot be any more deferment. For those who are really ready to kind of step forward into these opportunities, that has to kind of happen now. And it doesn't mean like you have to like be doing it right now, like the opportunity happening, but you've got to be taking the steps and the actions and seizing certain things now as you're taking your steps forward, because it's all unfolding while you're feeling like this, I don't know if it's a motivation and inspiration, almost like okay, in some cases it might even be a desperation to really kind of change something up, like it has to change, I can't do this anymore. There's also, so as you're building your life, there's also a breakdown in your life happening. So at the same time, then this is what's causing the intensity. You're building, but also breaking down at the same time. I've been noticing this because usually in normal circumstances, you go through a phase of like maybe a breakdown, you have your breakthrough, you start building up, and then you go through another breakdown, like, and this is just a cycle, right? Like you integrate, you process, and then you're on to the next challenge, and then you like kind of have a bit of a breakdown, and then you build up, and you're now surpassing, and then and you've got some reprieve. You've got a moment of reprieve. There is no moment of reprieve right now. And that's what I've been like asking, like, why is there no moment of reprieve? Because I feel like I'm breaking down and building at the same time. It's wild. I've never experienced this before at this energy level and for this amount of time. Like it's, you might feel that for a couple of days, but this has been going on for weeks now. And so there's this energy of, it feels like things are speeding up and things are going really fast, in a sense that you don't have time to actually integrate and process. Like you're building and breaking down at the same time because everything's getting pushed through this bottleneck. And the reason why there's this push is, okay, two things. Well, maybe more than two things. One, we're all in a kind of like a transitionary phase. So what's kind of going on energetically right now is there's this transition. We're in this transition, which is kind of a scary place to be because you're not yet on the other side, but you've kind of left the other side. So like, like you're not in that old place anymore, but you're still not in the new place. And so you're suspended in this really kind of, I don't know where I am, kind of what's going on, where am I going to land kind of energy. And it requires a lot of rest. And I want to say this because this definitely came in, that it's important to take rest when you can, but it's also equally as important to take action when you can, which is exactly like this whole like push, pull, but there's a major push. So what my guides have said is that it just can't be deferred anymore. Like there's things that are happening right now that are really pushing those to kind of who are ready to really step forward into more of their mission, or really kind of maybe take their first step into their mission of what is really in line with soul purpose, and really getting comfortable in the seat of your own soul. And I'll go into that in a little bit more. So there's an intense roller coaster of emotions right now. You're feeling good, you're feeling low. You're feeling good, you're feeling low. And sometimes you might feel like you're feeling good and low at the exact same time. I know I have. It's been really wild. So I did a reading. I was like, let me just pull some cards before I put this video out. And I want to know. So I asked two questions. And the first question was, okay, what is behind this whole bottleneck energy? And the two cards that came out were the underworld. This is just blowing my mind. And the creator. Okay. And I knew it. I was like, this just is a major confirmation for me, because the way I see the bottleneck is we're in a very interesting time. Obviously, with the North Node, Uranus, and Mars about to enter, no, Mars is now in Taurus, all in Taurus, we're getting a major shakeup, right? And we can see that with the markets. We can see inflation is at an all-time high. Everything is very unstable. The food supply chain, like that is a mess. And we're kind of in a recession, right? Like you look around and you realize like all the signs are there, like inflation, all that, we're kind of in a recession. And it's because things have been the cycle of finance has been deferred. Like this kind of impending recession has been deferred for so long. But of course, everything's so manipulated, and we know that. And what's happening is that there's a push between the underworld, okay, and those of us who are the creators of a new world. Okay, this is really cool because I know a lot of my content has changed over the last year. I've been pushing things in a bit of a different direction. I'm going to continue pushing things in a different direction. Guys, what I've got planned, okay, and where I'm going is really deep, and I'm seeing a massive opportunity this year on where I can step in to help in a way that I didn't even see before. And I've had to kind of step away from all the things that have been going on in the world. It's not that I don't pay attention or anything like, but I just don't really allow myself to get pulled in. And I used to talk about that stuff on my channel, and I just don't anymore because honestly, it distracted me so much from where I know my real power has been resting and what I'm actually here to do. And I'm like, I just can't allow my energy to be siphoned into all of this mess, because if I'm too involved in the problem and constantly focused on the problem, I can't be part of the solution. And the solution will never be found at the same level of consciousness where the problem is lying. And so I've been focusing a lot on really trying to keep my vibration and frequency high, trying to heal more, do as much healing as I possibly can, and looking for the answers to the obvious problems that we're seeing created in our world right now. And I want you guys to know that it might seem really scary if, you hear the word recession and all that kind of stuff, but I don't want you guys to get scared. There's no reason to be scared. There's a reason to be mindful. There's a reason to, maybe tighten up a few things financially or just be more mindful, but here's the thing. Here's the thing that if you look at all the financial cycles, and I've seen this, and I know this to be true, is that there is an incredible opportunity when everything is falling apart. If you've done the work, if you position yourself in a place where you are on a solid foundation within yourself, okay, you've been doing whatever work that you need to do, you've been focused on you becoming a better person, which inevitably will make your life become better because you are the creator, right, of your life and your reality, then you're in a position to see where all the energies are headed to, right? And I'm seeing where we're going. I'm looking 3, 5, 10 years down the road, and I'm looking at kind of the problems that we've been in, and I'm starting to see what people are needing right now, but going to be needing even more of and craving more of, come like 3, 5, 6, 10 years from now. And I'm like, I already know what the solution is. So I'm going to focus on the solution. And so what's kind of happening is you've got the energies of this planet that are focusing on fear, the darkness. Let me just read to you the underworld, okay? So you guys get an understanding here. Because this is the nightmare, the ordeal, the bottom. If you thought that what we went through in the last 2 years was the bottom, we haven't hit the bottom yet. And I say that in a sense of not to scare anyone, because I'm okay with where we're at in the world right now. I see a lot of good things happening out of all of this. But of course, if you want to focus on all the really crappy things, then it can get overwhelming. But this is no time to mince words. The archetypal territory of the underworld is fraught with nightmares, suffering, and pain. It is the darkest shadow realm, which we try vigilantly to avoid or deny at any cost. Try as we might, the darkness pulls us into the depths through disturbing dream images, unexpected accidents, illness, war, and conflict, and ultimately death. Not visiting the underworld or denying its existence altogether is what gives it dangerous power. And this is why, I've been facing some of my really big fears that I've never realized I would ever face in this lifetime. Like you guys know the thing, like when I had to get the thing last year, which caused a lot of controversy on my channel. That was me facing a really big fear of mine from my past life, and facing it with a much higher level of consciousness and knowing within myself as the alchemist that I know I am and that all of you are. And that was like oh wow, okay, I don't have to fear that anymore. Like I can totally alchemize this and change this and have it work for me. And then like there's other stuff that's going on in my life that I'm not talking about on my channel because it's a bit too personal right now. But I've already faced some things and I've overcome them, and I'm like, wow, I feel so much lighter. I'm like, why was I so scared? Why did I put that off for so many years? And now I'm getting to face like the final one. And like this is what we're being called to. We're being forced to face the underworld of our own shadows and not be scared of it anymore. Like be the brave warrior and walk into the darkness and burn it up and be the phoenix that rises from the ashes. And this energy though that we're all kind of facing though is also present in our world outside of us. And there's this kind of like harried energy of like the darkness trying to grasp for more control, right? Like the darkness is always trying to grasp for more control. Even if you look at it on a personal level, like the fears, the anxieties, all of that, the worries, just trying to grab onto us to like steer our life into a very comfortable zone when there's our soul deep down is asking us, no, you need to step into that fear. You need to step into that darkness because what's on the other side when you emerge from that darkness is like the golden life. Like, right, that's your golden ticket. And so we kind of have this bottleneck of energies because there's so much pressure. You got the pressure from the darkness, but then you've got the pressure from the creator aspect of ourselves, okay? And the creator energy of those who are not succumbing to the fears right now. Those of us who are like, you know what? I actually see an opportunity here. You know what? When I see this darkness, I see great. This means I can shine brighter because the light always shines brighter in the darkness, right? That's when the light is actually seen, is when you take the light into the darkest place. That's where it holds. The darkness holds the highest amount of light quotient available. Like you're allowed to get that much more light quotient. So you have this kind of like bottleneck pressure of the creator that's not afraid of the dark, and then the darkness that's trying to creep in, and they're pushing through, like trying to get through this bottleneck. Like who's going to get through first? And so the creator, let me read you the creator energy, okay? Because this is the artist, the alchemist, the innovator. So key. This is so key. I'm getting like full body chills while I'm doing this video for you guys. The creator is the first archetype in the trio of existence. It is not intimidated by darkness or by lack. They know that from the void, creation inevitably emerges. With meager, minimal, and outlandish materials, the creator reveals a new image. They make the empty room resonate with healing sounds. They generate bounty from the seed that others tossed away. Though generative, this archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible, leaving unexpected openings in the wake of its destruction. The creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is, not imagining or wishing things were different, and second, trusting that a force greater than themselves awaits constant collaboration with each human soul. Whether we call it nature, God, goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the creator's lifelong companion. I just have freaking full body chills. So this is kind of like what's putting all the pressure in on this like bottleneck energy, okay? So you're like, who's going to get through the bottleneck first? And this is why you have to be so tuned into what am I afraid of and where is the seat of my soul trying to drive me to, and really get comfortable in that. And so I say that because I wanted to know, okay, what is the energy that's driving this time warp, right? This time warp that I'm feeling. And I got this card, which is the High Heart. Okay. And this is from the Light Code Luminary Oracle. I had them on my podcast, for Kema and John. And so the High Heart is the chakra that sits between the heart and the throat. And this is what is known to be the seat of the soul. And the High Heart is considered like, I think it's the 8th chakra, right? The diamond light codes are held within the high heart chakra. And the diamond codes are, diamond is the light body, right? Light body is represented by the diamond crystal. So when you actually embody this higher vibration and frequency, and you are not afraid of that darkness because you know that the light within you is greater, that you know you can overcome that. This is what's causing the time warping. So there's so many people that are waking up on this planet. There are so many people that are starting to see we need a better world. We need a better place to live. The old system isn't good enough anymore. It was comfortable, but it's not good enough anymore. And I'm seeing this everywhere. And this is what's been so amazing for kind of stepping away from where I was putting a lot of my energy in the past. And it's like now I'm starting to see all of the flowers that are blooming. Like what was maybe seeds in the past couple of years are literally blooming flowers. Like I am meeting so many incredible people that I've never, like, that are really here to make innovative change. And from a place, like both men and women, wanting to make change from a place that is going to serve humanity from the highest level of the heart possible. Like really realizing the old way isn't working. We've got to come at this from a different perspective. Screw like the, like materialism and I need to have like more of this and more of that. It's coming from a place of, yeah, we can have abundance, but what drives it is this need to serve humanity in a much better way. And I am seeing this everywhere. And so I feel like the number of people that are starting to actually activate and come online and operate from a place of high heart energy is what's causing like almost like a time warp energy, because it feels like, I feel like I'm in one time and another time all at the same time. I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but it's like I can literally see the future now, and I also see the destruction now of the now. Like I don't know how else to explain it. I'm sorry if it's not making sense to you, but it's because there's this wobbly effect of how much high frequency energy is starting to be emitted from those of us on the planet who are ready to like make some serious ass moves. Like you see what's happened over the last couple of years. There's no time to sit back and wait. The game is on. It is on, and we need to be on, and we're all being called. And so, going into the rest of this year, and especially at this moment over the next few weeks, like I guess next month or so, the energies are going to be super intense. Like you're getting really called to figure out what you've been deferring, what fears have you been maybe allowing to overpower you, and where have you maybe been like, you know what, I'm ready to step forward. And what is that wobble effect? Like that wobble effect here, like within your own life. And so I was kind of, one thing I want to say is this is absolutely a year of opportunity. It is a year of opportunity, and the whole recession, which however long it goes on for, I think it might be a little longer than the typical 18 months, but, it's okay. Opportunity rests in this period. You've just got to you can't be frozen. You cannot stay still. Like this isn't the time to wait. This is not the time to wait. And this is why there's a lot of energy pushing through. It's almost like your guides, your team that is working with you, your higher self is pushing you right now, because this is where the opportunity lies. And if you're ready, you have great rewards waiting for you when you move through this. So for anyone who's like, you could do this at home, okay, on your own, or if you need like guidance in a session, I've been guided to kind of do a transitionary kind of reading, okay, to offer that. And it would fall under like the tarot and coaching that I offer service, okay? So I've been asked to do a reading on what you need to, 1, let go of or stop doing, and 2, what you need to embrace and start doing, and find out like what in your life needs to go and what do you need to start doing. And then we need to look at what's the biggest challenge for you, how to overcome that challenge, and then look into what's in store for you when you push through the bottleneck. So really kind of see like, where is this bottleneck going to shoot you out of? Because like the pressure is so high that when you kind of shoot out of this bottle, like where are you going to land? And I feel like the trajectory of what's going to happen as you come through that bottleneck could be really interesting. Like it'll surprise even you. That's like, I'm noticing that even for myself. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even expect this. I didn't even see this one coming. I'm looking at my life and there's things that I kind of knew were coming, and I could see them developing, but now like there's things that are happening that I'm like, whoa, this is even bigger than I ever knew. Whoa, I didn't even expect this part to come in. So I just want you guys to know that if you're interested in being guided through this kind of transitionary phase, this is a reading that I'm going to be offering. Just say you want the transitionary bottleneck reading, book it through the intuitive tarot and coaching session reading. Okay. Because I'll need to do some intuitive work in there, but also we'll use cards and we'll figure it out. But this is like really a time to step forward. You want to be the creator, okay? You do not want the underworld to take you down. You do not want the underworld to be in front of you. You want to be the creator in front of the underworld, because this is whatever's in front is going to get shot out of the bottleneck. So know that, as the creator, you were built for these times. You were here to like look the fear and the darkness and the shadows straight in the face and say, I'm ready. I got this. I can do it. Okay. And I know all of you can. I know all of you can. There's like just this beautiful energy. So this energy is going to keep intensifying. If you're feeling like, I don't know if I'm coming or going, why do I feel like in one moment I'm depressed and the next moment I'm exhilarated over something else? Or you could feel those same emotions at the exact same time. And it's just because we're kind of coming out of this phase. I just got this message right now. We're getting a taste of what it means to come out of duality, this idea of polarity. And not that there's anything wrong with polarity, but we're kind of like, because the energies are so high that are coming through right now to kind of, I want to say, stimulate us, initiate us, inspire us to kind of go into more of our soul alignment and path, is that it's such high energy that it's almost forcing us to have moments where we're out of the duality. So like, sad and happy are like all in the same place. Like it's possible to have them both. Like it's all one. It's all one. So this was a message, and I can see now why I wasn't supposed to put it out in a very short message on Monday. This was nowhere, my message on Monday that I recorded twice was nowhere near as good as this one. And and I got a couple messages since Monday as well. So I'm glad I waited. How are you guys? Are you guys feeling this? Like, are you feeling almost like there's this time warp, bottleneck, pressure energy? I'm just going to kind of look over into the chat here. Where's my mouse? Here we go. Happily humbled. That call intense. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Dots McCowan, Mara Moonflower, Dave, thank you for modding. Bev, thanks for modding. Shelly, how are you? Christ Light, hello. Dorothy, Craig, hello. Yeah, so you can also do this on your own. If you guys want to do your own reading, like on your own, if you work with your own cards and stuff, use this kind of outline where you look at, what do I need to stop doing? What do I need to let go of first, in order to like capitalize on these energies? What do I need to embrace and start doing? Okay. Then find out what's the biggest challenge for you right now, so that you can kind of pre-plan. You can kind of look forward, like when the challenges arise. Okay, this is my big challenge. This is and then find out, what do I do? How will I best overcome this? And then also like looking into what's in store for you when you come out of the bottleneck. So, okay, totally resonating with you. Happily humbled. Tanya, you're feeling it. You're in Mesa, Arizona. Dave, yes, you're feeling it. Full throttle ahead. Yes, full throttle through the bottle. Full throttle through the bottle. Let that be your mantra through the next 4 weeks, okay? As we go into the Uranus North Node, Mars conjunction, going into the Lion's Gate portal, okay? You just keep saying to yourself, full throttle through the bottle. Like, you are there. I love it. And I think that this could be an excellent, I know this is an excellent opportunity for everyone who's ready to step forward. And, like, if you're not ready, what do you need to do to get ready? What is it that's holding you back? What fears are really kind of bubbling up to the surface and maybe perhaps getting a little too overwhelming for you? Like, don't be afraid to look at that. And don't be afraid if you're not ready. Like, just start taking steps, whatever steps you can take, just start taking them. Kathy. Yes, it's right in front of us if we look. Noctura, I just had this conversation with my guides last night about being ready to tackle the next thing. Awesome. Yes, full throttle through the bottle. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, I've got to run. I've got to go somewhere, but I just wanted to put this message out. Let me know in the comments, for all of you who didn't make the live. Let me know how this resonated with you. Let me know what you're doing, what, you know, whatever it's. Let me know if there's what fears are coming up, what the anxieties are, what you're feeling soul like guided to, all of that stuff. Drop it in the comments below, and I'm going to be super on top of this video in the comments to kind of stay in touch with you guys. And of course, you know, in order to book sessions with me, the links are in the description below. You can go over to my website, NicoleFrolick.com. The link tree will also, like in the link tree link below this video, will also take you to all, like really make it really easy for you. And also next week on the podcast, I have a doctor coming on. I'm really excited. He is the Carnivore MD. We're going to take a look into the carnivore diet and why plants might be killing us. And it's a really interesting. The podcast is almost 2 hours long. I couldn't get enough information from this guy. It was just enthralled. I've been researching this topic on my own recently for quite some time, and I was like, you know what, I really want to bring this information to my audience because there's a lot of propaganda out there and we've got to sift through it all. So that's coming up this Tuesday. This doctor is so incredible, such wise information, just blew my mind. I learned so much. And so it's just an interesting take, you know, because it really contrasts a lot of what we've been hearing in the spiritual community. And it doesn't mean that you have to believe it or not. It's just, I think in order for us to find the truth, we have to look at all the different sides of everything and then make our own decisions for ourselves. So that's what I'm doing for you guys on Tuesday. And who knows, I'll probably be putting out another video before then, because I'm feeling like a lot of information is coming through. So an alchemist, you guys are going to get your timeless reading out tomorrow, and we're going to start our 30-day challenge on Friday. So keep up with that. I'll be sending out an email soon. If you're not in alchemy and you want to join, we're doing a 30-day challenge that is where we have to make a stranger smile every day. And I just think this is part of this high heart energy, you know, that we're bringing to the planet, where, you know, it's just about, like, you never know how your frequency fertilizer could totally just make someone else's day and uplift their vibe and totally change how their day may have gone. And so that's going to be our 30-day challenge, which I'm really excited about. Okay, guys, I love you so much. Have an awesome evening, and